episode 109. Thank you all for listening to episode 108, Blurple. I'm Gray, here with my co-host,
Blurple.
And back to Gray.
Blurple.
So
I'm just going to randomly say that every, 10 minutes.
I listened to
Blurple.
it. I listened to it and just started laughing that Blurple. Blue, violet, blue, purple. Blurple.
Blurple.
Blurple. I got nothing else. You?
Blurple.
Perfect. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Did you happen to see that he is going to be opening for the lead singer of 311's side project?
I did not.
He's going to be opening for them in, I think, Maryland, if I'm not mistaken.
Good.
I got to pull this up because I found it. I'm happy for him. I mean, the dude he's making big strides in what he's doing, and I'm proud of him. I'm happy we get to use this song. So it's, and forgive me if I butcher this, Los Stellarians at the Rock and Roll Hotel in D.C. Monday, September 16th. For those that don't know, that's 311 singer side project. If you know me, then you know how big of a deal this is for him. Yes, it's a humongous deal for him. And so if you're in the area, go check him out in D.C. at the Rock and Roll Hotel. Rock and Roll
Blurple.
Hotel in D.C. on Monday, September 16th. He's opening for Los Stellarians. So, hey, Wes, we're proud of you, and we appreciate Moments in Time, and we're happy to see all these things that are going on and be on this journey with you.
Faux shizzle.
Blurple. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, first and primary sponsor of OTL Sports Podcast, also the supplier of the merchandise that will not be given out at the end of the NFL and college. Well, college we don't do anything. At the end of the NFL season, we do the bowl pick 'em
Bowls, yeah.
when we get there. So hopefully we're not giving anything away. Jeremy's excited. He's like, I'm getting my hoodie. So I told him
That's what he thinks.
that's what he thinks.
Probably
We'll see.
not.
And you know what? We got to thank Jeremy, though. He shared it with a crap load of people on Facebook
Oh, did he?
to get people in there. Yeah,
Awesome.
He shared it with about 15, 20 people. So thank you, Jeremy. We hope more people get in it. We hope to destroy everybody. That's our goal here.
We'll destroy everybody.
Yes, we will. So we're looking forward to that.
Be better than last year.
I hope. Because we only won by, what, 2-1? Something like that?
I was looking at it today.
Oh, yeah, because the Bulls we tied.
Yeah, the Bulls we tied, and I was looking at it last night, I think. And, we beat Villalise by 1.
Villalise. Sorry.
Wait,
What
no.
did that say? Villalise, a Villalise story? That's what that episode was?
I think so,
You
yeah.
lose. Good day, sir. I said good day.
Too bad.
That's-
Maybe this year.
Maybe this year. Villalise. You won't get it this year.
No.
Thank you to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not. Ooh, Saudi Arabia. I know that's where it was. I fidgeted on the way in. So, serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not. I can't read that one. So we're going to go to this one. Juba. And look, you see the
Just a whole
picture?
bunch of guns?
Yeah.
What is that?
Juba, Saudi Arabia. That looks like just a whole bunch of guns
Yes.
and swords.
Guns and swords. Okay. I don't think I'll be visiting there. I see why Sean doesn't help that place out.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. So thank you, Sean. Again, 419-704-5471. Give him a call. Thank you to Tim at Verizon. Verizon is a true technology business partner who helps local businesses deploy technologies that positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, they do not wait for the future. They build it. Go to Verizon.com, Verizon.com,
Thank you.
and get with a sales rep in your area.
Do you think there's a blurple.com?
We might have to see if we can get it.
I don't think I'm going to type that in.
Yeah, I don't want to know what comes up. You know, what if we put it on our phone? I might have to try that. Blurple.com. If it's there, we have to buy it, the domain. It is available.
Blurple.com is available.
So for anybody that wants to buy it for us as a domain and start a website for us, we would appreciate that.
What exactly would we put on that website? Just our podcast stuff?
Podcast stuff, fun sports facts,
I just don't know.
updated standings.
Yeah, I just don't know if I would like to tell people, yeah, go to blurple.com and be like, no. But yeah, I wouldn't either. I
Yeah.
don't blame you. Sorry.
Blurple. Thank you to Cassandra at PNC. Visit Cassandra at the White House branch or give her a call, 419-877-0634. She can help with all your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, or personal banking. She's there to help. And thank you to Steve at Savage and Associates, who sponsored the Frickers Lunch for episode 100, and hopefully is going to sponsor the lunch again at episode 200.
Frickers.
And last but not least, I hear we have a new sponsor. Is that right?
I think we do. Yes.
All right. Let's hear about them.
Well, Gary, do you have trouble dating?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Are you a single man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, datingtransformation.com. Okay. So you go to this website and
that's a lot of words. So datingtransformation.com.
Actually, you got to say it, and then you win the spelling bee.
Datingtransformation.com.
There you go.
Yes!
What do you win?
I don't know. What do I win?
Nothing.
Damn it.
Yo, wait.
I win a Jason Garrett clap. Thank you.
No, he claps much faster. He's got a great golf clap.
Yes, he does.
Anyways,
let's hear about this.
Datingtransformation.com. So pretty much what you need to do is go to this website, and you will get a free assessment from the best, hands down, not biased at all, dating coach right now in America and possibly the world. So what's going to happen is if you have trouble dating, and sorry, this is just for men, for the 6 women that maybe listen to this. If you have trouble dating, trouble talking to women, anything along those lines, maybe you are a businessman, you work a lot, you just don't have time, right? You haven't been in the dating world for a while.
So basically me.
You focused on your career, right? Yeah. And you don't have time to get out. You don't like using those dating apps maybe, or maybe your dating app needs something. Maybe you're not getting hits, right? Yeah. So Crandall Barrett will help you improve your profile on Bumble, on Hinge, maybe even on Tinder if that's what you use, on Match, Farmers Only, whatever you use. He will give you
Mingle, Silver Singles,
anything, blacksmeat.com, anything. Is that Black People Meat?
I thought you were going to go with blackmeat.com. I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about here?
I would not go to that website either.
Yes.
So, just popped in my head for a second.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I'm talking about a burnt hot dog on the grill.
I know. I burnt that on the way in. I'm sorry.
It happens sometimes.
Thank God you brought that pizza.
So he will give you a free consultation and see if what he can do for you will work. If it doesn't work, so be it. You guys go your separate ways. If it does work, great. He'll find something, whether you guys have Skype sessions and talk about it, whether he helps improve your dating profile, whether you actually go and meet and go out on the town to a bar and he is actually there with you. He is Hitch. If you have ever seen Hitch, that's what this is. Datingtransformation.com. Crandall Barrett will help you out with that.
So what if somebody's married? Will he help them out?
He will not. So he's not... His thing is not for cheating on your wife. His thing is not for hooking up with as many chicks as you want. His thing is to help you find the woman of your dreams. That is what this is. It is to find love. It is to find marriage. It is to find that person for you. It is not to find a hookup. It's not for you to get away from your wife because you're bored. It's not for some 16-year-old kid whose high school sweetheart just broke up with him, right? This is for someone who's really looking for love, who's looking for their connection for marriage. He's here to help you improve your game, be better, be more confident, be able to talk to women, be able to hold a conversation, That's what he's here to do. Or if that's not for you and you just, you got all that and you just aren't getting the hits that you want on your Bumble profile, he'll be able to... how do I want to say it? He has his ways, without giving too much away, he has his ways to turn your profile from what you think is good into something that's great, and we'll get a lot of hits from women.
And I just checked out, I'm on the website right now. It's pretty cool. He's got an interactive video in the background. Attract amazing women, escape the friend zone, be 100% authentic, get your dream girl with dating coach Crandall Barrett. And if you're ready, you just click this little link here. It says, I'm ready, let's chat. And he's got people that support him as well, from Cosmopolitan, Oprah Magazine, Maxim, Today, Ask Men, and Playboy. All support this man.
Yes, that is true. He, without giving away relation, he has been, I know a lot about this man. He has gone, he does live in New York. But he goes out to LA quite a bit and does a lot of their TV shows. You could probably, I don't know if he has any on there. I know he's got testimonials on his website at datingtransformation.com. But he has been out there. He has been on dating shows. He's been on plenty of shows, TV shows, morning talk shows, radio shows, all of it talking about this, datingtransformation.com, and he is not at all shy. He is, in his previous job before this, been on CNN. He's been on ESPN. He has been on a lot of different things. He was a writer for 20 plus years for a prestigious sports magazine. He's been in it all. He knows what he's doing. And the best part of this is that the whole thing why he did this, because of his own struggles.
Really?
His own struggles with women his entire life, pretty much.
Is he still a single guy?
So, yes, he is. He is still a single guy. Active in the dating scene as well.
Perfect.
But looking to help out guys who aren't as confident, who need that next step in life. That's what he's here to do.
That's awesome. And it sounds like, just from talking to somebody with experience would be good for people. And it might help them get encouraged, those guys that, kind of struggle and are more, not outgoing and more introverted, so to speak, and could help them. And I mean, it's probably going to be good for them because he can be helpful it sounds like he comes at it like a friend.
Exactly.
And that's what people need.
That's exactly what
advice.
he's doing. And that's the whole point of the consultation. That's why he just doesn't take your business on and say, okay, you're going to pay X amount of dollars and this is what you're going to do. He wants to talk to you first. He has an in-depth conversation. And if that in-depth conversation isn't something that you like or feel comfortable with, then you guys part ways mutually and that's it. If it is, great. He wants to be your friend. He wants to be your wingman. He wants to see you succeed and go up to that 10 that you've never talked to. You're scared to. You got butterflies in your stomach at the bar, and have a meaningful conversation, get her number, and go get dinner and drinks the next night out. That's his goal. That's what he wants to see. I just talked to him this weekend. He, I was asking, I said, what's your success rate on this, right? I said, everyone knows, anyone can say they can do that, right? You can go to the bar and wingman for your buddy any night of the week.
Right.
Is he going to tell you the truth of what happened? Probably not. Most guys are going to lie. So he has 2 engagements right now. He has a lot of boyfriend-girlfriend relationships so far.
Great.
So it's great. So, he has admitted there have been certain failures, but guys he's seen improve, and even those guys have gone through and said, hey, at least I had, I did this, and I'm more confident, and I had a girlfriend for a little bit, and maybe she didn't work out, but I'm going to use your steps, your tools that you gave me for the next one to be able to find maybe the right person. But that improved confidence, I think that's what it is. So go to datingtransformation.com. There's testimonials on there. You can watch those if need be. And check out the website. Go through. Mention Over the Line Sports Podcast if you do happen to go on there and do talk to him and all of that. He'll know exactly what that is from and understand and maybe help out a lot more with what you want because of who he knows on this podcast.
Yes, and again, mention Over the Line Sports Podcast when you talk to Connell, and it's datingtransformation.com. You can go on there. You can check out the client results. There's a nice story here from a guy named Kyle. Check that out. It's a video. It's about 2 minutes and 44 seconds, and there's other testimonials you can read on how it's worked for people. So again, check it out. Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com. All right, so let's go on. Random fact of the day, okay? Or random, I should say random. You know how we've got this new thing where we're doing a random topic each day?
Yeah.
So here's the one I came up with. And because I saw a meme and it drove me nuts. And I was like, I think Bear and I could have fun with this. And it was, you've seen that show, I'm sure, House Hunters or House Hunters International?
Only when I'm at the dentist.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes, the people who someone's an artist, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to
here's one, and here's what I'll tell you what we're going to do. So this one says, I sharpen colored pencils, and my wife works 1 hour a month collecting butterflies. Our budget, $1.8 million.
Yep.
So my thing here is, let's come up with some. Like, some outrageous things that we see. Like, I do finger painting with 3-year-olds.
And what does your wife do?
My wife, she beats meat in the freezer.
Okay.
Our budget, $2.4 million.
$2.4 million. Wow. Just for beating meat in the freezer and finger painting with 3-year-olds. Okay.
Yes.
I take pictures of cheetahs, okay, and my wife cuts the homeless hair on the side of the street. Our budget, $2.1 million. I don't make as much as you, so I need to find out how to get into the finger painting business with 3-year-olds.
So, another one, I sweep the NBA floor during commercial breaks, and my wife hangs up the nets.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, our budget, $900,000.
$900,000, not bad. I figured you'd make a little bit more from NBA teams, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
He only works those commercial breaks. He's got 3 minutes.
I only watch Hulu ads, not the shows, just the ads.
Yeah.
Right? And my wife makes bologna sandwiches for me. That's it. While I watch these ads. That's what we do. Budget, $1.4 million.
Woo!
Yeah. That's some cheap bologna. Got to save that cash.
So I do toy reviews on YouTube.
Well, that actually...
Yeah, I know. I'm getting to it. And my wife records. Our budget, $9 million.
Yeah, but that's legit.
I know it is. I'm talking about Ryan's Toy World.
That's the scary
my
part.
kid watches Ryan's Toy World. That kid, you know how much he made last year on YouTube alone?
I don't even want to know.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I'll be mad. I'll be mad about some 7-year-old reviewing toys making millions of dollars.
11 million. But he and he also has a line at Walmart of toys. Kid loves them. And, he just has this. I'm watching this, and I told my son the one day, I said, dude, I don't want to watch this. It makes me mad. Like, I get mad that kids watch kids play games. They don't even play games anymore.
No.
They watch kids play games.
All this Twitch crap, all these Twitchers making millions and millions of dollars. That's ridiculous.
Twitchers.
Sons of Twitchers.
Sons of Twitchers. Anyway, you got any more?
No, I'm fresh out of IDRs.
All right, so Justin on the Twitter, with Oregon losing over the weekend, where does the Pac-12 sit with the possibility of getting a playoff team?
0%.
I totally agree.
That was it. Unless 1%. Because if Oregon wins out and Auburn wins out and Oregon wins the Pac-12 over a tougher team, maybe Utah is like 10-2 or something, and Alabama has lost, and Georgia has lost, and Ohio State has lost, and all these other teams have lost, and there's a lot of one-loss teams, then Oregon has a shot.
And Auburn has to lose twice, right?
No, I don't think so, because there's still 4 teams in. So I think that Auburn beating them was huge, obviously, but them making it in now, no, because Auburn's going to lose twice this year. So I agree. That's what's going to kill them, and that's going to be the problem. I mean, that honestly is the biggest issue that they're going to run into off of this. They choked. They were leading the entire game. They were doing great and choked. I don't know how it happened. Made no sense to me. And then Auburn not going for 2 also was really odd.
That was odd.
I was like, what the hell is going on here, Gus Malzahn? What are you thinking? And they squibbed it, and Oregon got the ball at Auburn's 40 with a chance to win the game. Justin Herbert threw a little bit too far.
Yeah.
I think he was thinking it was from the other 40, and that was his problem.
I saw it in the air. I'm like, well, that's gone.
Yeah, he did not get enough loft on that ball, put it that way. So, yeah, 1%.
I thought it was 0.
Well, I changed it because that was...
I'm going to stick with 0.
It's still... I mean, I think
it's
you're
possible,
right. It's still
but I think
it's still too early. But that's what I'm saying. I changed it to 1% because Auburn could win out, which they won't.
Right.
And there could be teams that have 1 loss going in, which would get Oregon in. If that is their only loss against number 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, or 3, Auburn. That would make your resume. You win the Pac-12, you win out, you only have 1 loss, and your 1 loss is to a top 3 team. That gets you into the playoffs, unless Alabama's undefeated, Georgia's undefeated, Ohio State's undefeated. Then you're not getting in.
I agree.
You got to have some other teams lose.
You ready for some trivia?
I
got the scores right there for you.
Ready.
All right, here we go. Get a head start and give you the first question. Okay, in honor of the big game tonight, actually it's tomorrow, but tonight when people listen to this, between the Bears and Packers, which team has won more all-time in this head-to-head rivalry? Regular season and postseason.
I have my answer.
Me too. On 3?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Tied.
Packers. Damn it. Packers and tied.
I know Jeremy.
Yeah. You're playing to Jeremy's stuff.
I think it's like 50-50 and 2 or some shit like that. It's something weird. Because I think they were tied and going into last year. They split again, I think.
We're going to find out. Jeremy. And this is Packers is correct.
Damn it.
97-95, 6 ties. Yes. Beautiful.
So they'll be tied after this year when the Bears.
Yeah. Nice. Moving on. And so there's no crying in trivia.
Yep.
Brought to you in part by the Rockford Peaches.
Yes.
Next up, in honor of the U.S. Open tennis going on, who was the youngest men's tennis player to ever win the U.S. Open? I'll put my answer here.
You tell me when you're done typing because I think
I'm done.
It. I'm going to go with Andy Roddick.
And I put John McEnroe. Andy Roddick, John McEnroe. Let's see what happens.
I don't know if Roddick ever won a U.S. Open.
We put it in the.
I think he did.
We put it in the machine. Pete Sampras.
Okay, that would have been my third
1990.
guess.
That was my
Because my second guess would have been Federer.
He was my second guess. 19 years old and 28 days.
What year?
90.
90. Wasn't even born yet.
And finally, in honor of the XFL team name announcement a couple weeks ago, generic names, by the way, how many players who played in the original XFL also played in the NFL? Closest gets the point.
Okay, I think I got my answer.
Okay. I typed mine in.
I got 4.
I got 17.
That's a lot.
I know. Because I can think of, like,
I know 1. I can think of
Tommy
one.
Maddox.
Well, sorry, 2.
Rod
then.
Smart.
Yeah, Rod Smart was it. He hate me. That's about it. I forgot about Maddox. Actually, no, I think I knew that. But I thought
that was the 2. That's why I'm like, I'm going to just inflate this a little bit and hope. Watch it be 2. The 2 we know.
And it won't be going over either. It's just straight up close.
Yeah, it's straight up closest to the point. 38.
Wow. I would not. Tell him to name them all.
Name them. And he said, I had no idea it was so many.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
He said, I didn't say how many good players played in the NFL.
That's true.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I still wouldn't guess that again.
Oh, gosh. Oh, so that was good. I like that. So what's our score now? Am I tied with you?
No, you're up by 1 now.
Yes.
Yep. You went 2-0-1 on me, and I went 0-2-1.
0-2-1.
Well, we both missed 1.
What did we miss?
Well, sorry.
Oh,
2-1 then.
Tennis.
Yeah. And then you got 2, and I missed those. So actually, I was 0-3.
Not bad. And I went 2 for 3. I'll take it, man.
That's okay. I'll get you on wrestling.
Yeah, you will. You're going to destroy me. You'll catch up, and this is what it'll do, which is odd.
Go back and forth.
Yeah, it goes back and forth. Somehow I know some sports stuff. And I was talking to Chris. Chris, who's going to be on, he's going to be on one of our wrestling shows in a few weeks. Chris Peapod, quotes, my air quotes, Chris Peapod, and he put da as in the Russian yes, her. Chris Daher, who is a local radio personality, and he also has his own podcast, which I'm looking forward to checking out, and I'm going to pull up the name of that for people so they can check it out as well. But he is going to be fun. He was big on AEW, and then Shiv tagged us in it with him, and I was like, gosh, yes, I would love to have him on. So I was trying to get him on today if he could. He couldn't because I was like, gosh, he'd be great to go back and forth with you on AEW because I didn't get to see much of it. But he gave some thoughts, and he's going to try to be here after the first televised event. So
mid-October.
October 9th, we're going to try to get him on. He says he doesn't know shit about sports. So he will be on for wrestling.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
so
fair.
his podcast is the On the Radar podcast. So check it out. The On the Radar podcast. Again, he's a local radio personality. He does a lot of stuff. He's a good guy. I've met him a few times. Looking forward to having him on. It'll be fun to have somebody that knows about wrestling and can talk about it. And like I told him, I said, look, Bear's basically our color guy, and I just the guy that just navigates where we're going.
I'll have to watch Raw and SmackDown that week.
Yeah. and I was like, it'll be good to watch those YouTube banter back and forth. So should be interesting. So with Jeremy, he said he's been watching the USA basketball team. It's going to be tough to win it this year. With Tatum's injury the other day, how do you feel about your team's players playing there? I have 3 Jazz players, which I'm proud of, but I'm also scared of injuries. It also scares me, too, with Tatum there, Brown there. We also got Kemba's there. So it's scary for me. I don't want to see it. I hate the injuries. But, they're doing it for USA. Granted, it's FIBA. It's not the Olympics. So it is what it is. I wish they would have waited, but who cares? You?
I don't think there's any Cavs players because they all suck, so I'm not too worried about it. And the Cavs are going to suck anyway, so don't care.
Right. Totally agree.
Don't care at all. One bit. I hope they win, but I don't think any of my players are in, so it doesn't bother me.
He gave me the list.
Did he?
of players from the XFL. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Anyone exciting? Just scroll through and see if anyone's name jumps. Other than that, I don't.
Ed Smith.
Care.
Well, I have to swipe. Butler, Biotny, Nicky Savoy, Rod Smart. We knew that. Kevin Swain. I actually forgot about that one. David Ritchie, Rashawn Sheehy, Brad Trout, Casey Weldon, Jose Cortez. We know who that is. Kirby Dardar.
Mm-hmm.
Angel Rubio.
Nope.
Laterio Richel.
Nope.
James Hunden.
Nope.
Rashawn Salam.
Nope. Wait, yes, that sounds familiar.
Ledmont Evans.
Wait, maybe that's what was that guy on TNT? Ahmad Rashad. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Lamont Evans. This one you'll know. Jim Drunkenmiller. Daryl Hobbs.
Mm-hmm.
Eric England.
Nope.
Keith Elias.
Nope.
Not the Elias we're used to. Kelly Herndon.
No.
Pat Barnes.
Nope.
Jeff Brom.
Yep.
Joe Oscar.
No.
Isaac Davis.
No.
Yo Murphy.
No.
Charles Jordan.
Nope.
Aaron Bailey.
Nope.
John Avery.
Nope.
Corey Ivy.
No.
Didn't know that. He's a corner. Kevin Casvaharn. Whatever.
Nope.
Stepfrit Williams. LaShawn Johnson. Paris Lennon.
Yep.
Steve Gleason.
Paris Lennon is. Steve Gleason played for the XFL?
Yes, he did.
Paris Lennon so far is probably the best one out of all that. I'm pretty sure he played linebacker.
So he played with the Birmingham Thunderbolts. Steve Gleason did. And then, of course, we know the sad ALS. You know, he still has it, and he's still alive, fortunately.
But he still had, like, the most memorable play in NFL history, blocking a punt after the Superdome opened again after Hurricane Katrina. I mean, and the Saints sucked. They were not good then.
Right.
And he blocked that punt, and they still show that all the time. It's amazing.
It was their first score in that home field right after that, right?
Yeah, I mean, he turned that city, because everybody was excited to have football back there after, everyone lived there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, it seemed like forever. And yeah, he blocked that punt and got that.
You might know this one, Tommy Maddox, of course.
Yep.
Mike Furry.
Man.
Led the league in receptions in 2006.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
221 receptions, 2,000 yards, and 7 touchdowns. That was over his career, though.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And then Craig Willihan.
No.
Willihan?
Nothing.
I got to tell him thanks. I didn't think he'd actually get us a list. Oh, that was fantastic. Thanks for the list. You just made the list. All right, so how about NASCAR? Do you by chance have what happened this past week?
Nope. I went to bed because I figured they were going to race on Monday, and they ended up racing Sunday night like a bunch of weenies.
And, yeah, they did.
I didn't watch any of the race, didn't think so.
Kyle Busch obviously moved to the front like normal. Cody won our league again, of course.
Yep.
And the winner of that race was actually Eric Jones.
I saw that.
Yes.
So he's in the playoffs.
He
was not before, I don't think, was he?
I think he had a win this year. That might have been his first or second.
That was it was only his second win ever, and he won at Michigan
last
year.
That's right. You're right.
2
so
years ago,
he's in now.
Yeah.
So there's people that are in danger of not making it.
Clint Boyer.
Yeah, he's won. Jimmy Johnson.
Yep.
Who's made it pretty much every year he's been here. So let's get into our picks. We don't have Brandon's. I will tell you this. So here's where we are, updated standings. With 1 race to go in the regular season, then we've got 10 races in the playoffs. Brandon is at 15 even. I'm at 15.2, and you're at 16.1. Overall points, I'm 4 behind Brandon, and you're only 28 behind Brandon. Mm-hmm. Close the gap.
Little boy DB and Detto finished 8th. Help me out.
Boucher finished 12th, and Logano finished 14th. So we gained on Brandon, and we had the 2 crappy drivers. So this week, Brandon hasn't given us our pick yet, but I'm going to take Ty Dillon.
I need you to show me that because I don't know who the hell I still have. So I'm gonna.
If you start rambling,
once you type that in, I'm gonna figure that out.
All right.
I want to look at it because if you read them off, I'm gonna be way off on that.
You can see it.
All right.
You're the middle.
Keslam. Oh, I already picked Jimmy. Damn it.
We've picked every big name you could think of.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe, though, there wasn't, and I had one in there that I didn't get, maybe.
Yep, you picked Newman. Brad, Clint, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones.
Who?
Yep. Eric Jones.
All right, hold on. I'm going to pull up DraftKings because then I can find it that way. It's a lot easier. DraftKings.
You're taking Harvick, Truex, Bush.
Both Bushes. Yep. Logano, Keselowski.
Almirola, Blaney. Have you taken Blaney? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I took Blaney
Paul
a
Menard.
couple weeks ago. Have I've taken Paul Menard?
Nope.
I don't think so, right?
He's available for you.
I might have to take him. Oh, this effing DraftKings isn't going to effing load right now. Really? You turd? Sons of bitches.
DiBenedetto with the 8th place finish. I love it.
Yeah, and he wasn't. I heard that he rallied late in that race. I heard that he was in the back quite a bit, or in the middle to the back kind of for most of the race, and then made his way up. So, which is fantastic. By the way, they're at Brickyard this weekend. It is the Big Machine Vodka 400.
Yep.
God, what a name! What a name! Oh, it's finally loading now. Who won last year? Keselowski? Casey Kane won 2 years ago? Ugh. Then Kyle. Gordon.
I'm gonna read this on the air. Oh gosh, talking to a friend of mine and was saying, "Hey, we're plugging our new sponsor," and this is what I get back from her. You ready for this? That's easy. Don't be a pussy. How to get out of the friend zone.
Yeah.
And I said, well, sometimes we try, but don't know, and that doesn't work.
Coming from a woman, she has no idea, so she has all the power. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah, she has all the power.
Women have all the power.
Who said that? Was it Chris Rock? Or, no, it was Cat Williams. As long as you have a vagina, you rule the entire fucking universe.
Yep.
That's absolutely true.
Big facts right there.
Big facts.
You
got a pick yet?
Menard or Suarez are my only two I think I got left.
I thought you took Suarez.
No, I was going to, and I didn't.
Dude, yeah, you did right here.
Oh, did I at the
You
road
took him at the
course?
Glen. Yep.
Damn it.
Making it easy.
Yeah, Paul Menard it is.
Paul Menard.
He did win here in 2011, so I guess I got a little bit there.
You want to remind Dubb that we need his damn NASCAR pick and his football picks?
Yeah, that'll be all right.
All right.
We have till Sunday.
So I'm going to talk about, real quick, we're going to give the updated playoff standings for NASCAR and who's in, who's out. So far, who's guaranteed in: Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Eric Jones. Larson is so far ahead. So Larson he's more than 100 ahead, so he's in. Blaney's in. He's like 70 ahead. Byron's 66 ahead. He's in. Or 58 ahead. He's in. And that's it. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 spots that are pretty much open for 6 guys or somebody outside of that who wins. Paul Menard needs a win to get in. Chris Buescher needs a win to get in. Stenhouse needs a win to get in. DiBenedetto needs a win to get in. I would love to see. I wish he would have won at Bristol.
There's going to be a lot of hard racing.
Both Dylans need wins to get in. So right now, you've got Byron in 13th, Almirola 14th, Boyer in 15th, Suarez in 16th. He has the tiebreaker. They're tied with Ryan Newman, but he has the tiebreaker. And then Jimmy Johnson is 18 points out in 18th. So he's got to hope for 2 guys to falter.
Yeah.
Or he's got to win. So it's very possible. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping for Ty Dillon and your guy to do well as well. Paul Menard.
It'll be
he's got Daddy's money. Daddy's his sponsor.
That is true. It's going to be, like I said, an interesting race. So it's going to be a competitive race, that's for sure. Unfortunately, it just happens to fall at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and I personally guarantee I will not watch the race.
Yeah?
Not at all. There's more important things on TV on Sunday than that. Sorry, Indy.
Oh, yeah, football's on. Dallas is on at night, right?
4:15 or 4:25 or whatever the mid-Fox game is.
Yeah, that'll be all right. All right, so baseball. Did you happen to see the Padres, what they did?
Nope.
So they were playing Sweet Caroline for Red Sox fans, and then they rickrolled them.
Ugh.
Fantastic. If anybody's never seen a rickroll, it's what is it? Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yep. When did they put that in though?
They put it on the board.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. When would they have gotten it in Sweet Caroline?
Probably a seventh inning stretch like they do.
Well, no, I'm saying obviously. I mean during Sweet Caroline, the song.
When did they pull it in?
Like because you have to. You can't just be like mid Caroline and then
sweet,
put it in.
And then
I'm
never gonna give you up.
Yeah, you gotta find a You got to find a good place in that song to put it. I'll have to find that and look that up.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
That would be pretty good. Have you been keeping up with any baseball?
Nope. Baseball season's
Well,
over.
the Twins broke the record for most home runs in a season already. They beat the Yankees last year's record, and they're ahead. Speaking of
roided out freaks.
Yeah, pretty much. The Yankees, 91-49, 9.5 ahead of Tampa, 16 ahead of Boston. The Twins, 86-52, 6.5 ahead of Cleveland. And then out west, Houston is 90-50, a game behind New York for best record. And so they're a game behind best record. Hey, what's up?
Hello?
You're on the air.
What's up?
Oh, not much. We're covering baseball standings real quick.
All right, well, you're going to have to take a break.
I'm going to have to take a break.
Yeah, I don't have much time.
All right. Well, who's your NASCAR pick?
Yeah, who's your NASCAR pick this week?
Matt Tiff.
Matt Tift? Really? You ran out of everybody else? You have to go Matt Tift?
Yeah, let's take a shot.
All right. So we'll come back to baseball. Now we've got to jump ship here and go to NCAA. So we'll jump over to NCAA, Brandon, just for you. How's that?
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
All right. So give me a second while I pull up NCAA, and we'll put – oh, shit. I hit the wrong year.
No, that's okay, Brandon. Talk about how bad Notre Dame looked on Monday.
Oh, they didn't look that. I mean, were they giving me headaches? Absolutely, but they were able to make the adjustment second half. But
they still didn't cover.
Terrible.
They still didn't cover.
That first half was sloppy high school football, like D4. It was bad.
It was terrible.
But
it was bad on both sides.
But we had to go back and go through some text and verify what he had. So the updated standings after week 1, and this includes that Florida-Miami game. Brandon is 9-3. Bear is 8-4. I am 7-5. So it's pretty much how last year ended out. So let's get into this. Let's get into this week. We got Clemson facing Texas A&M. Clemson is a 17.5-point favorite.
Whoo!
Ooh, damn.
Brandon, what do you got?
I mean, Clemson wins, but Texas A&M.
Yeah, 17.5 in Clemson,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's in Death Valley, but SEC teams, they seem to beat up on the ACC a little bit. So 17.5 is a lot. I say Clemson wins by 7-10.
Yeah, I mean, last year that game was close, wasn't it? It was like a touchdown.
Yeah. I think.
So, I mean, Mike Elko will have that defense, prepared this year, and it's not going to be more than 17, I don't think.
And I'm going to go the other way on this one. I think that they're still riding high after beating the shit out of Bama last year. I think they win by 3 touchdowns. So, and it's taking a risk, but I want to just go different than you guys. It's the only way we catch up in these things, right? Or we get further away.
It's week 2.
I know.
If it was week 12 and you were down by 3 games, then I could see it, but 17.5 is a lot.
Okay.
Especially for a Texas A&M. Are they in the top 10? Do they jump into the top 10?
They are, where are they, 12, I think? Something like that.
I saw that. I didn't know if that was last week's standings or not.
I think they're 12. So let's go into this next one since we're talking 17.5. How about Alabama at home against New Mexico State? 55.5.
Whew.
That's still a lot. I don't know if,
New Mexico State got beat by 51 last week.
yeah, give me Alabama, 63-3.
I don't think New Mexico State scores this week. Yeah, it's gonna be.
You know what the over/under is? You'll laugh at this.
What's it? 55.5 is the total, so 58.
64.
64.
Yeah, I mean, you had the right thought.
Bama probably by 9 touchdowns. Honestly, they're gonna destroy them.
All right, next Georgia 48.5 versus Murray State.
Murray State?
Yeah, Murray State.
Oh, that's a nice little tune-up before a couple weeks before Notre Dame. Cool. Let's go Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia's home opener. 49 is 7 touchdowns, so Georgia should beat them by probably about 9 touchdowns. They're going to smoke them.
Yep, Oklahoma against South Dakota State, 39. Oklahoma's favored by.
I think Jalen goes off again. Give me Oklahoma.
Yeah, they just pooped on Houston, so Oklahoma big. 56-0 maybe.
All right, next one. Ohio State, 16.5-point favorites at home to Cincinnati.
I'm telling you, don't look over at Cincinnati. You got Luke Fickell going back. You said 16.5?
Correct.
Oh, give me Cincinnati all day.
Yeah.
Not to win. I mean, I would love to have it as my upset special, but I think Clemson. I think Cincinnati stays in the game. Ohio State pulls out late.
I think it'll be a little bit closer to start, but Ohio State pulls away a lot late. Luke Fickell is going to be a little bit too overcome. He's saying he's trying to keep emotions out of it. That's going to be hard to do when he was a defensive coordinator, a national champion defensive coordinator there, by the way, mind you. Ohio State 48, Cincinnati 21. I'm sorry, they only beat UCLA at home by. Were they in UCLA?
They were favored by 2.5. Cincinnati was.
Yeah, were they in UCLA or were they in Cincinnati?
I think Cincinnati.
They only won by like 10, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not impressive. Yeah. UCLA and Chip Kelly suck. I mean, They're bad. They're not good, and they were at home. They should have blown them out. UCLA, everyone for some reason was hyped up on that bandwagon again. They're not good. The problem is that Cincinnati's offense isn't great.
Right.
Sorry. They're not going to be able to stop Ohio State's massive offense. And Ohio State's defense looked good until the second half when they just gave up and didn't give a shit. So.
And I'm going similar to you, 52-21, Ohio State. So next one, LSU is a 6-point favorite at Texas. I'll just give mine real fast. Hold on. I'm going to take Texas outright, but I'm taking the points obviously too, as I have them as a number 4 in my playoff team. So give me Texas.
Give me Coach Owen with LSU Tigers. They win by 10.
All right.
I think LSU wins, game-winning field goal. So give me Texas with the points. LSU overall. Joe Burrow goes and beats old coach Tom Herman.
So we got all different things here. I've got Texas to win and the points, but of course the points are going to play out. Brandon's got LSU outright, and you've got LSU to win, Texas and the points.
Yep.
I like it.
It's going to be a close one.
Michigan, 22.5-point favorite against Army.
Dubb.
Give me Army. Michigan obviously blows them out, but not by 42.
22.5.
22.
Oh, 22?
22.
Oh, I thought you said 42, my bad. Give me Michigan then. 24 they win by.
I agree. Last year, I was off on every Michigan pick I made. I picked Middle Tennessee State. They covered. Michigan is going to beat Army because Army looked bad in their first game that they should have blown out. Rice, I think they played. They beat them like 14-7. That running is not going to be good. Michigan is going to I think they're going to roll. I think they're going to look confident. They're going to roll. Next week's going to be, I think actually they have a bye next week before they play Wisconsin, I want to say, if I'd have to look at the schedule. Do. So they don't have anything to look forward to except a bye week. So they don't even have to look ahead to Wisconsin because it's not even here yet. Michigan, 48-14.
Yeah, big. Michigan, big. All right, Notre Dame's off this week. Texas, we already made the pick. So Auburn, 18-point favorite against Tulane.
Where did they move up to?
They are up to, so
what's their rank?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10? Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. And, go back over that one more time.
18-point favorite against Tulane.
Give me Auburn. I think Bo Nix. I liked them against Oregon. I think I texted you. Said he was looking good, and then right as I hit send,
yeah, he threw a pick.
He threw that pick. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Did you see that?
No, give me Auburn.
Did you see that picture, by the way, of him like sitting there when Cam Newton's sitting up there in 2011 when he's like a fan?
Yeah,
and then he's obviously doing things. That's pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got Auburn. What about you?
I have Auburn. 18 seems kind of low.
That's what I thought too.
Auburn should blow out Tulane.
But maybe not.
Vegas, maybe they win by 24.
Those people in Vegas, they have it for some reason. You know?
I mean they just had a great team win, and there could be a potential letdown when you play such a tough opponent, and that's probably why that number's so low.
Right.
I still think they beat Tulane by 24 because this is their home opener too.
Yep.
So when you go home and you open up, I mean that's big right there. But that backdoor cover was bullshit.
All right. So next we've got Michigan State at home to Western Michigan, favored by 16.
I don't think they're going to hold them to minus 73 rushing yards.
Yeah, it wasn't that insane.
But give me Michigan State. They win, I don't know, 20 by 20.
Okay, fair.
I feel like Western always plays them tough every year. But 16 is just Michigan State will win by 17 points. So give me State.
I had the same thing. I'm actually going to take State.
Just barely. They're just going to barely cover.
So I'm sorry I took him. I might screw us. All right, next, the last one, I added one more, the rivalry game. Stanford is plus 2.5 at USC, who just lost their quarterback.
Plus 2.5?
They're at USC.
Gives a shit.
2.5?
Yeah, they're getting 2.5. So Stanford starts the game out 2.5 to 0. Watch USC win by a fucking field goal at the end.
No, USC just lost their quarterback for the year. Give me Stanford big. Well, Stanford lost their quarterback too. I'll give me Stanford.
Who you taking?
Give me Stanford.
Yeah, I'm taking Stanford outright.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, outright, they win.
All right, same. So we're going to jump into the NFL because we only got Brandon for a little bit. So here we go. Ready for these picks?
Yeah,
he's going to put them in. I'm going to take the phone, Brandon, so when you talk, you got to give me a break so I can type. So after you give your pick, I'll type.
Well, I can do it, actually. Give me that.
Oh, here, hold on one second. You just got to click?
So, yeah. I don't have the list in front of me.
No, I'm going
I have to wait until you say the next game anyway.
No, I'm going to read it to you. We're good. When Bear tells me he's ready, I'm going to go.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. First game, Green Bay at Chicago tomorrow night, or tonight when people listen.
Green Bay.
Bears.
And Bears. So already, first game of the year, we have a disagreement. So it's the Bears for us.
It's going to be a good start to the year.
All right.
Yep.
Rams at Carolina.
Rams.
This is going to be a closer game than people think, but the Rams will squeak it out. Game-winning field goal.
Rams as well. Tennessee at Cleveland.
Brownies.
Give me Cleveland.
And I also have Cleveland. Kansas City at Jacksonville.
Game of the week.
Kansas City.
Taking Kansas City too, but do not overlook the
Oh my God.
Jaguars
No,
in this
do
game.
not.
This is upset special written all over it, and the spread is only 4. Nick Foles is quarterback, healthy Leonard Fournette, Jags defense, healthy, tough. I know that Mahomes is there, and I know that the Chiefs have the best offense in the NFL, but this has trap game written all over it.
Yes, it does.
And they beat them last year. Oh, no, sorry. They beat the Patriots last year in the same sort of environment.
Right.
Early season game, Jacksonville all excited and haywire and stuff. So, this is going to be a close one.
All right. And Casey here. Baltimore at Miami.
Say Baltimore at Miami.
Yeah, this is an easy one.
Give me Baltimore.
Yeah. Everybody against Miami all year. Miami is just going to keep trading everybody away. They're tanking for Tua or Herbert or whoever. Yeah, Miami is going to be bad this year.
All right. And I've got Baltimore as well. Atlanta at Minnesota.
Give me Minnesota here.
Yep, I'm going Vikings.
I think Bears' favorite quarterback actually has a good year this year.
Matt Ryan?
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Troy Aikman?
Yeah. I got Minnesota as well. Buffalo at the Jets.
Jets, Jets.
It's going to be another close game, but I think the Jets pull it out at home.
Jets as well. Washington at Philly.
Philly.
Yep, I think Eagles, healthy team in general. You get Carson Wentz. Dwayne Haskins going into his first game is going to make a couple mistakes. The Eagles' defense, sneaky good. That secondary with Jalen Mills and whatnot are pretty solid. So Haskins will probably throw 2 or 3 interceptions to start his season, unfortunately.
Because Case is going to get hurt.
He's not starting?
Case is a starter.
Case is the starter.
They named him the starter last week.
I did not see that.
Yes.
So, okay, well, take back everything I just said. The Redskins are still going to lose.
Yeah, they're going to lose even more. All right, Eagles all the way, everybody. Colts at Chargers.
Give me Chargers, but the Colts are going to keep it close.
Yeah, Brissett isn't bad. I don't care what people say. Brissett's been in this offense for 2 years now. He'll be just fine. If I was in Vegas right now, I would take the over 6.5 wins because Indy will probably have 8 or 9 this year with Brissett.
Solid pick.
But I'm taking the Chargers.
Chargers here as well. Bengals at Seahawks.
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 The Bengals are going to be the second worst team in the NFL this year.
Also have the Seahawks. Lions at Cardinals.
Give me. This is going to be a bad. I think this might be a bad game. I think the Lions win close, but it's going to be a bad game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions here. This will be. Everyone's going to get too excited in Detroit land after they win, but yeah, the Lions are going to win.
Lions as well. Giants at Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Come on, feed that man.
Feed that man. Cowboys. 49ers at Bucks.
Sorry, you said 49ers at who?
Bucks. Buccaneers.
Give me the Fighting Jimmy Garoppolo's.
I'm going Tampa. So, Gary, you get to this is our second disagreement right now.
I already had my pick in. Who did I pick, Bear?
Tampa, I'm assuming.
Of course.
Yeah. Sorry, the home team to start in a toss-up game.
Yeah.
Bruce Arians is head coach. Come on, you can't doubt Bruce Arians.
Steelers at Patriots.
Steelers at Patriots. Give me, New England always struggles first half of the year. Give me Steelers.
Ooh. Steelers known to pull an upset now and then, but the Patriots coming off another Super Bowl, opening up, getting their rings and the banner at home on Sunday Night Football, they're not losing. Patriots.
You know my pick.
I know it's the Patriots.
Yeah.
I already put it in.
Yeah.
If this was like week 7, I would think hard about the Steelers if both teams were like 5-2 or something.
Right.
But it's not.
Nope.
Game 1 at home. Come on.
Texans at Saints.
Saints.
There's going to be a shootout. Nolans.
Saints. And Bear, this comes down to this. If we have a clean sweep of our picks, Broncos at Raiders.
Give me. Oh man, at Raiders. Give me the Raiders. You know what? Yeah, give me the Raiders.
Well, this is going to be another disagreement. Taking the Broncos.
This is where we disagree. I'm taking the Raiders.
Man, I can't. We had a perfect lineup there, and you just ruined it. You just effing ruined it. Brandon, I need the our tiebreaker for Pigskin Pick'em on ESPN. Saints Texans final score.
38. 38-20.
38-20 Saints. Got it.
All right, run down the picks for us real quick, Bear.
All right, so this is the podcast picks for Pigskin Pick'em for Week 1 as the defending champions of the world. Bears, Vikings, Jets, Browns, Chiefs, Rams, Ravens, Eagles, Seahawks, Chargers, Cowboys, Lions, Bucks, Patriots, Saints, and the Raiders.
So you said Brownies. You said the Ravens, Jets. Yep, we got them all.
Yep.
Are you putting in a lineup too this year?
I will, but I don't play straight. I play with points, so I do mine separate.
I mean, but you're not getting into our pool here?
No, I'm not going to. Nope.
Yeah, I'm not going to get in our pool yet this year, but I'm going to call my old man and enter his. So when you see it, I'm going to name it after my old man. It's all going to be my old man, whatever he picks. So we're going to enter it in as Pod Dad. That's what he is. So he's Pod Dad.
I'll text my dad and see if
Mr. Bear. Yep. Tell your dad there too, Dubb.
My dad doesn't know how to turn on a computer.
It's a good thing they have it on a phone.
I like it. All right, Brandon. So that's all our football stuff. We're going over the NFC East and AFC East today. Anything exciting there that you want to talk about?
NFC East. Philly wins the division. Cowboys win the wild card. And AFC East.
Yeah.
Patriots are going to win that.
What do you think the Jets do this year and Bills? Because we know the Dolphins are going to suck, so I don't need your opinion there. Because those are toss-ups, man. The Jets and Bills could be decent.
They are. I think. You guys don't have the records from last year, do you? I think. Well, the Jets were 4-12, and I think the Buffalo Bills were like 5-11. I think they both win more than that. I think Jets could possibly be an 8-8 football team.
Yeah, Jets were 4-12 and Bills were 6-10 last year.
Yeah, I think Bills go 7-9 and maybe even 8-8 as well. That that AFC East is improving. I mean, it's only time until the Patriots get knocked off, but the Jets and Bills definitely improved in the offseason.
I agree with you. Anything else before Gary and I go on with the rest of our podcast?
Not really. You guys have fun. I just passed a Burger King and it just smelled delicious. Other than that, all I really got to say is just go Irish. So.
Oh, fuck.
They're on a bye week. Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
He's talking about the other Irish.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, good luck. Who do they have this week?
They got themselves.
No,
the other Irish.
The other Irish.
Oh, team from Michigan.
Nice.
DCC?
No.
Is that coming up?
Is it something Heights?
Couple weeks.
Is that at home?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'll be there.
Yeah.
And then
Who's
Yeah,
DCC?
we go back up
I'll tell you
on
later.
Saturday to Michigan.
Okay. Okay, yeah, cool. So I'll be at the DCC game. Text us and let us know when that is so we can be there for that.
Yeah, if I don't have the kid, I'll be there. And I still need some swag, by the way.
All right. Well, it's not this week. It's next week.
It is next week, then I'll be there. If Bear's going, I'll go.
That's perfect actually. So I can swing that.
Yeah, we'll come out there, check it out.
All right.
All right,
Sounds
dude.
good.
All right, thanks, Dubb.
Talk to you later, man.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
So it was nice to have him call in, So before we go into the rest of the football, I want to finish MLB. So we talked about the Astros are one game behind the Yankees for best record in the AL. Oakland's 9.5 out behind Houston. In the NL, the Braves are 7.5 of Washington. In the Central, the Cardinals have just turned their whole season around. Them and San Fran have gone the opposite ways. And in the Central, St. Louis is up by 3 over the Cubs, 7 over the Brewers, and Cincinnati's fallen apart, so they're 14.5 out. The Dodgers are 91-50, so they are still behind the Yankees by a half a game, actually, because they have one more loss. They're 18 ahead of the Diamondbacks.
Before you finish that up for the wild card, Verlander, no hitter.
Yep.
You do know now he has 3.
Yep.
Right. Third all time.
Who's second? I know Nolan's first.
I can't remember, and they have 4. I just saw it too, and I can't remember because I don't think it was someone I really knew. Maybe it was someone probably older than Nolan Ryan. In all honesty,
Cy Young, Honest Wagner.
No.
Damn it.
I think Honest Wagner was like a shortstop. I don't think he played pitcher. But do you know that out of his 3, 2 of them have been in Toronto, at Toronto,
Jesus,
at the Sky Dome. So 66% of his no-hitters have been against Toronto in Toronto. I don't know where his third one is, so sorry. We don't have a stat parrot or stat guy, and I'm just too damn lazy to look it up. And I just don't care that much.
So I'm going to look it up. So no hitters.
I've never been a fan of Verlander. I mean, I like him, cool, but I've never been a fan of him for 2 reasons. Can you name both those reasons?
Verlander.
Reason number 1 and reason number 2. There's 2 reasons why I don't like him.
He whined and got out of Detroit.
Well, I don't care. I don't like
Kate
Detroit.
Upton.
So I did not like him because he played for Detroit and he was good until the later part of his career when Cleveland would always beat him up. That's why he left, because he couldn't beat Cleveland. And yes, Kate Upton. I'm very, 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 very jealous that he has an extra set of pillows to lay on every night.
Yeah, no kidding. So he's tied for third with Cy Young, Bob Feller, and Larry Corcoran, and then Sandy Koufax is second.
Koufax.
With
okay,
4.
So I must have seen somebody else because I would have remembered Koufax.
Sandy. All right. So back to NFL. We've got our you got to flip a few pages there so we can put in our updates. So let's go AFC East first. Go with that.
You talk while I flip.
So AFC East been dominated by the Patriots. I think it continues this year, but I don't think they're going to be as high a record as normal. Give me them, Patriots, at 11-5. Give me the Jets at 8-8. Give me the Bills at 7-9, and give me the Dolphins at 3-13.
Fins 3-13. Obviously the Patriots are going to win the division this year. They lost Gronkowski, and that was about it. Other than that, they pretty much remained solid. Gordon somehow got reinstated again. I don't know how that keeps happening, and I feel for the guy. I mean, he's not doing roids. He's not doing all. I mean, he's just smoking pot. For the love of God, who cares? Just let the dude play. Let him live his life. He wants to smoke pot. Let him smoke pot. The only thing when you smoke pot is hurt yourself. It just makes him slower. That's it. That's it. He's not. I mean, I could go on and on about that. It's stupid. It's going to be legalized in the United States within 5 years, guaranteed.
Agreed.
So who gives a shit if he's smoking pot? He's not doing coke. He's not smoking crack. He's not selling drugs. He's not beating his goddamn kids. He's not beating other women. All he's doing is smoking a little bit of ganja. For the love of God. Jesus.
I agree.
Anyways. But
you remember that song "Ganja" by Eminem?
Yes, I do.
It must be the ganja. It's the marijuana.
And it sounded like I flip flopped there, but I didn't because the NFL still has rules, right?
It does. Yep.
So why does he keep getting reinstated if their rule is strictly don't smoke pot, right? I mean, simple as that. It goes both ways.
I found it funny in our draft that the one guy that hates some of that shit is the one that drafted Josh Gordon.
What?
Cody.
He loves that.
What? No. That hates that. He's like, there's rules. Why the hell's he reinstated?
Oh well, yeah, because I don't even want to talk about that, Mr. Frickin' Reacher. He reached for every pick that he has, and he never does that, and that's all he talked about. So I don't want to hear.
Somehow, Johnny and I's team is projected to finish second. I hope that we're first, but
I think mine was seventh.
I'm happy with our team. I thought it was a solid
seventh
all the way through draft. We're good with it. We'll see. We're projected high score this week, but you know what that means? Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, week 1 is the hardest week.
It is. It's so tough because we're going to see after this. If you're going to lose any time in the season, it's week 1.
Yeah. And you can in fantasy you can lose weeks 1 through 3, and it's not going to hurt you.
Nope.
It is not going to hurt you. And
not at all.
I was talking to Rob on the way home. This year, I think, isn't going to be like the last couple of years we have. I keep saying I have a gut feeling. Usually my gut feelings are close. It's going to be a weird year in the NFL. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of parity, and there's going to be the same thing in fantasy football as well. Like last year, Nate dominated, right? And Caputo sucked. I sucked. And someone else, I think Ryan was pretty good.
Right.
Everyone else was right in the middle. I think this year, you're not going to have someone who... I think by the end of it, by, let's say, 2 weeks left in the regular season, I think that everybody will be within 2 games of the playoffs. That's my prediction this year.
I like that.
I don't think there's going to be one really bad team, and I don't think there's going to be one really good team.
Unless people get hurt and shit.
I don't think...
Really?
I just think in general, the way everything kind of was, just the way the draft was, and the players that are out there this year with Gordon, and you didn't know what was going to happen with Zeke until today, which, I mean, I knew. I called it a month ago, but, I'm not always right. It was just... something was odd. Something was off. There's no Gronk, right?
Right.
There's 3 good tight ends in the league. So there's going to... I mean... That's not it. There's going to be 5 more tight ends who are going to be like, oh, who are these guys, right? I mean, that's how the league works. You're not just going to have 2 good tight ends. Or one of those good tight ends could get hurt immediately. You don't know. That's the best part of the NFL is the unpredictability of it all. So, anyways, off of that, Patriots, I'm going 12-4 this year. I think that the Pats are going to be good. And we'll get to the playoff stuff here after this, since we can finally pick that, right?
Right.
I think the Jets are going to be vastly improved, and I think they go 8-8 as well. I'll give you that. I also think the Bills are going to be improved as well, and I'm going to take them at 8-8 also. I think the Bills they're going to be that team that is in every single game this year. I really do. I don't think they're going to get blown out either way. I think they're going to be in every single game. And as I told you, the Dolphins are trash. Since I'm spoiler here, I'm not going to pick the Redskins to go 2-14. I'm picking the Dolphins to go 2-14.
I like
Should be 1-15, but I'm going to go with 2-14. Dolphins are going to be bad. They're going to tank. Kenyon Drake's going to get traded. Fitzpatrick will be either hurt or benched by week 5 or 6, and Rosen will run rest of the time. They traded him for a reason. He's going to get in there, and he's going to play. He's going to play with this young talent. Kenny Stills was just traded, right? I'm blanking on their left tackle's name. Laramie Tunsil was traded to the Texans.
Isn't that where Stills went as well?
Yeah, they both got traded to the Texans for 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and I think a third coming up. And also, the other trade that we didn't mention was Clowney from the Texans to the Seahawks, which strengthens Seattle's front seven, already probably one of the best front sevens in football behind Dallas Cowboys. So it'll be interesting with those trades. It was odd because Clowney can't get paid anyways until after this year. He wanted an extension from the Texans, and that was the only team that could give it to him. Why did he want to get traded? I don't know, because that means he still isn't going to get guaranteed money until this year. So,
and before we go back to the NFC East, we still didn't do the damn wild card of MLB. We keep jumping off it because no one cares. The Rays are a game ahead of Oakland, so they are and Cleveland is tied with Oakland right now, and the Red Sox are 5.5 out. And in the NL, the Nationals are 3 up on the Cubs, and then the Cubs are 2.5 up on Philly, 3.5 on Arizona, 4 up on Milwaukee, 4.5 on the Mets. That's all who's left. All right, so back to the NFC East.
And Carrasco came back.
Correct.
That was it. That's all I got.
NFC East.
NFC East, our favorite division in football. Wow, it's going to be an interesting year, isn't it? Zeke. I don't know if we told you guys or not, but he got a contract today, little contract, signed, record-breaking deal, most money a running back has ever gotten in the NFL, 6-year, $90 million, $50 million of that guaranteed. Zeke is a happy man. Zeke is in shape. Zeke was at practice today after he signed his contract. I told you guys a month ago, however long ago, I can't remember what episode it was.
Probably 100.
Go back in the archive. It wasn't. It was a little bit past that.
Oh, was it?
Because I don't think he was quite in the holdout phase then. Because it was close, but it wasn't quite then. I think it was right at the end of July. And I said that, don't worry about it. This is what Jerry Jones does. He teases us all. And he'll get signed before the season starts. Now, when I said that, I didn't think it would be, like 4 days before the season starts. I thought it would be more like preseason week 3, week 4, something like that. So it was a little bit later than I thought. I figured it would be end of August, not early September. But I don't care. The ink is on the paper. Ezekiel Elliott will be the running back of the Dallas Cowboys for the next 6 years, guaranteed, pending trade. But he can't go anywhere. So he's locked up. This is solid. We got a great squad in Dallas. A great offensive line who's got about another 2 to 3 years.
Collins got his extension too.
Yep.
And money.
And I saw one of the beat writers on Twitter posted a play. And if I can find it, I'll show you. But it was from last year, I think against Seattle in the playoffs.
Collins?
Yeah, where he pulled and he drilled one dude. And as Zeke was coming around the corner, he drilled the line. I mean, knocked them both over like a goddamn bowling ball. It was like, holy shit. And he was flying down the field. It was like, I see why they gave him an extension.
And they signed him. He wasn't drafted, and he was going to be a first-round pick, and they signed him. And look how it's worked out. Smart.
Exactly.
Sometimes those things work out. Dallas always takes risks.
They do, and they can find the guys. I mean, look, Jalen Smith. I mean, the dude is a first-round talent that they got in the second round because his knee was ripped to shreds. And look at him. He just got an extension, right? I mean, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, who they got in the second round from Boise State, who's probably the third best edge rusher right now, maybe behind Von Miller, and maybe he's the second because I can't think of anybody else right now. I mean, you got there's so much out there, and then you got the boring picks that we all booed, in the mid 2000s or 2010 or whatever the hell it was when they took Tyron Smith, and you're like, ugh. They took Zach Martin, you're like, ugh. I mean, Zach Martin's been the best left guard, right guard forever. So, I mean, you get these great guys, and I'm happy Dubb isn't here to say, oh, he's from Notre Dame. But you get these. And then what do? You add Amari Cooper. You add talent. Michael Gallup has had a fantastic preseason, has all the upside in the world this year. I mean, he's looked so good. I'm really excited. You get Randall Cobb. You get a good veteran slot receiver after you got rid of Cole Beasley. You have Van Der Esch in the middle of that defense because Sean Lee is not going to play as much, but he's still there. Mm-hmm. It's exciting. Your weakness is kicker. Maher isn't bad. But that's your weakness. He's still young. Hopefully he has a good year. But there's your weakness right now. It's kicker. And maybe the middle of your defense, not the greatest, or defensive line, I should say, not linebacker, just defensive line. I think they could get cut up a little bit because you got 2 good edge rushers and then you don't have much in the middle. But that's really it. Your secondary, not bad, but they're young, they're talented, and they're athletic, and that's what you need in a secondary. You need people to get physical. So,
do they pay Dak eventually?
Next year, I think they will. I hope they don't pay him.
They're going to pay Amari too.
That's the thing is, he doesn't have anything set in stone right now besides the $10 million he's getting this year, right? So he's got to play this year. I mean, he has to show up. If Amari Cooper has a year like the second half, like after he got traded to Dallas last year, then we're in trouble because then you got to pay Amari and Dak after just paying Zeke. That's a lot of money right there, and you're not going to be able to afford it. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But also, Dak is still a couple of years. I think he's got 2 more years on his contract, so they got time. If they do it right, they could get Amari and then they could get Dak, but Dak ain't getting $40 million.
No, I agree.
Not going to happen. So, as I say that, the Giants still suck. The Eagles will be interesting this year because everyone thinks they're great, but they lost the guy who won the Super Bowl for them. Carson Wentz has been injury prone ever since he stepped foot in the NFL. So now you just lost the one guy who carried that team when he was gone. That's scary. That should be scary for the Eagles. And I don't care if he just got an extension or not. That just means he's got money. But the Eagles' defense is solid. Offense is going to be interesting this year. I mean, they always have a mediocre offense. Mediocre to good offense. So we're going to find out very fast. And the Redskins they're the Redskins. So best of luck to them. So I have Dallas. Let me write it down here. Dallas going. They have a tough schedule this year. 10-6. 10-6 for the Cowboys. Eagles 9-7. Giants. I'm sorry. Cross that out. Redskins. Excuse me. Third. They're going to be 6-10. Giants 5-11. With Daniel Jones taking over halfway through the year.
I don't think any of our picks are going to be in the same order. I got Philly winning, 11-5. Dallas, 10-6. Giants, 6-10. Skins, 5-11. So we'll see. So now I'm going to need that paper back because I don't remember what the hell I took because we got to give our playoff picks. So I got to look back at this. All right. So if we're going AFC, if we're going strictly off the paper, we didn't give any records for the Bears, Packers, Vikings, and Lions. We should probably do that. You got your pen? Let me see that pen. So Bears. You got Bears first. What's your record for the Bears?
10-6.
10-6. Packers.
8-8. I think they struggled this
Or
year.
you had Vikings next. I'm sorry.
9-7.
Packers 8-8.
Yep.
Lions.
5-11.
All right. I had Bears. I got them 11-5. Packers at 10-6. Vikings 9-7. Oh, this is Shiv. Shit. Other side. 11-5. 10-6. 9-7. 5-11. All right. So that being said, we cross paths here. So there are 4 divisions in the NFC? Yeah, 4. These are all on. Where's the other page? Gosh, these are all over the place. So I'm going to have to do this on this page based on records. Give me a second. So NFC East. So my best team in the NFC is 12-4, the Rams and the Saints. Saints are going to be 1. Rams are going to be 2. So Gary, Saints are 1. Rams are 2. So my 3, you've got Philly. I've got Philly at 11-5, Bears at 11-5. The Bears are going to be the 3. Philly is going to be the 4. And then I got my 5 and 6. And looking back at this, so we've got, Dallas at 10-6. Man, this is going to be interesting. I got Dallas at 10-6, and who else do I have in here? I got Packers at 10-6, and the Sea Chickens at 10-6. So I think it's going to be Seahawks or Cowboys, and then Seahawks. So from there, because we got to do this, right? Or what do you got? You got to give me yours too.
I mean, I was just gonna do it easy and like give your NFC champion, and then
Go ahead.
Just do your championship game, and then just do that.
Oh, we're gonna do the champ. Oh, well, then let's do that. My bad. So yeah, championship game. I got Saints v Rams.
And I have Saints v Cowboys.
V Cowboys, and then in the AFC,
I have Patriots v Chiefs.
I have the same. And I know you have. We both have Chiefs over Saints. We already have it written down.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the score you gave?
Nope. I'll have to look it up.
I'll have to pull it up. I got it right here. And you have 38-28. I have 45-38.
All right.
Dubb has the same Chiefs, but he has Chiefs over Rams, 24-20.
Okay.
So
All
that's
on
our-
the Chiefs.
That's our NFL. Done with the NFL
Well, we're not.
for this week.
We have a lot more weeks to go. 20-some. Up to the Super Bowl. Up to the Super Bowl. That'll be here in a minute, probably. Unfortunately.
All right, so now it's film time. What's the film this week, Bear?
Major League. One of the best baseball movies ever.
$11 million budget. Made
Ever.
$49.8 million at the box office.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
And you talk about this movie real quick. I got to take a quick break.
All right. This probably, in my opinion, I mean, it is one of the best baseball movies ever. I mean, it's about the Cleveland Indians, and they sucked in the 70s and the 80s and probably the 60s too. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. So they made a movie about them, almost getting sold to the evil lady owner. She didn't want the team. She's like, screw this. I want out. So she wanted to get the team to Miami where it's nice and warm. But to break the lease, the sales had to plummet. And their sales were bad, and she was loving it. But then the team starts winning. They have a bunch of nobodies come out of nowhere. Coming in with the Ricky Vaughn jersey. Where are the glasses at? I didn't have any glasses.
I don't have any glasses.
So the team starts winning. All these misfits, they start doing well. They start bonding as a team, working and winning. All the fans start coming back. And by the end of it, they're back playing the old dreaded cheater Yankees at the end, the roided up, chewing tobacco Yankees, and end up beating them. And I'm sure everyone's seen the movie, so I'm not spoiling this for anybody. And go to the World Series, and that's where the movie ends. They never show them in the World Series. They just show them winning the AL pennant for the first time in like 30 years or something like that. Which is funny because this movie was 89, and then 6 years later in 95, they did win the pennant. So, right. I mean, it's crazy to think that the movie comes around and they do win the pennant in 95. Won the pennant in 97. Didn't win the World Series either of those years. So their drought is still there. But, I mean, goodness, this movie was hilarious. You have, Charlie Sheen pretty much as your big star as Ricky Vaughn, Wild Thing, bangs old Dorn's wife in it, which is great, by the way.
Is that Rene Russo?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
You have the Allstate guy as Pedro Serrano. I can't think of his name, but I know he's the Allstate guy. So.
Dennis Haysbert.
Yep. Okay. And then he plays the.
Can't forget Willie Mays Hayes, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, yeah. Well, he couldn't pay his taxes, so he doesn't count. And then,
how about Bob Uecker?
Bob Euchre's in it, yep. And I think who is it? Corbin Berenson is Dorn. He's the third baseman.
Correct.
The stuck up was good. Needs the money. All that guy.
Can't forget
great.
Tom Berenger, who you said Taylor.
Yep. He. Who's he?
Jake Taylor.
Platoon.
Platoon, yeah.
Platoon, right? Yeah. He was the catcher. He was the guy who was traded a whole bunch of different teams. Played in AAA and his knees were blown out. He was about done and got one last shot in the majors. And his whole thing was a love story with some teacher or something like that. And blah, 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 who she left, that weird, creepy guy who she was dating for him, which we all knew was going to happen.
Right.
How would you not want to be with a baseball player? Some nerd. But yeah, I mean, what a fantastic movie. Absolutely great. And the coach, I mean, come on. I don't even know who it is, but I can't think of his name. Find that for me, because he's hilarious. Give him the heater, Ricky.
Lou Brown.
Yep.
The manager of the Mud Hens.
He was the manager of the Mud Hens in that, too.
To
Funny
manage
enough.
the team and promotes former manager Charlie Donovan to general manager. So that's James Gammon, who was the manager.
Okay.
Ricky.
Give him the heater, Ricky.
Give him the heater. He's like a villain in wrestling from the 80s.
Oh, I know. This is great. And then, oh, man. So many good lines in that movie. They, Ricky Vaughn comes up. Oh, where'd you used to play? California Penal League. Penal League. Who's the, look up, hold on, before you change that, who's the old guy, their pitcher, their old man pitcher? Who is that?
Old man pitcher. Is that Behringer?
No, that's not Behringer.
Pepper Leach.
Yeah.
It?
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him in another movie. What was his name? Harris, right?
Let me look here.
Yeah. His last name's
Harry
Harris.
Doyle? No, that's Bob Uecker.
That's Uecker. Harris is
Eddie
his last
Harris.
name. Eddie Harris, yeah.
Chelsea Ross.
I think the best part, one of my favorites in that, is when Serrano, because Serrano is a big spiritual guy, right? Doesn't believe in Jesus Christ. Big spiritual guy on this, and has Jobu. Oh, Jobu, you helped me hit curveball. I hit no curveball. Fuck you, Jobu. Fantastic, but going over and talking about how certain things can't help him hit a curveball, and old Eddie Harris, you saying Jesus Christ couldn't hit a curveball? Let's not make this a holy war, Harris. I mean, come on, that's absolutely classic. That's what makes this movie right here. Such a great flick. Typical, too, like Charlie Sheen flick, right, of the late 80s, early 90s, too.
Yeah. And then you think of him, what happened in 2011. Cocaine.
What?
Blurple. That's probably what it was called, Blurple.
It probably was.
Give me that Blurple over there.
Give me that blurp. Got that tiger blood running through me. No, Charlie, that's AIDS. That's what your tiger blood is. It's AIDS.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
But this movie, 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, Google users, 89% like the movie. It's a great movie. I mean, it's a cult classic. Absolutely fantastic. I love this movie. If it was with any other team too, I would still love it. Like, it's not just because it's the Indians, but this movie I do watch every year before baseball season starts. So I watch it at least once a year, usually just once a year, unless it's like on TV or something like that. But before baseball season starts, I throw in this movie and almost know about every line to it, ever.
Here you go. So here's some things from Lou Brown, some quotes. Forget about the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater.
Give him the heater, Ricky.
Well, you may run like Hayes, but you hit like shit.
Forgot about that. That's such a good one. Yeah, you may run like Hayes, but you hit like shit.
Come on, Dorn. Get in front of the damn ball. Don't give me that whole blade bullshit.
He pees on his contract, too, in that.
All right, Vaughn. They tell us you're a pitcher. You're sure not much of a dresser. We wear caps and sleeves at this league, son. Understood? And like you said, forget about the curveball, Ricky. Give him the heater. How about some of the things from Dorn? Let's cut through the crap, Vaughn. I only got one thing to say to you. Strike this motherfucker out.
Mm-hmm. That was after he banged his wife and he thought he was going to beat him up. And he gave him the ball and walked up to him, and Lou Brown's like, uh-oh. He goes up, and that's what he says. And then at the end, when he strikes him out, he punches him in the face. It's great.
Right. So, Willie Mays Hayes, the American Express card. Don't steal home without it.
Don't steal home without it.
Serrano's
Don't pay
looking
your
for some
taxes
extra
without
power. Serrano's looking for some extra power for tonight. He's looking to sacrifice a live chicken.
Can't sacrifice a live chicken in the clubhouse. People will be getting sick before the game.
Hey, Jake, man, we can't have people puking in the locker room before the game.
Yep.
We should have got the live chicken.
Got 'em. They got KFC, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, God. Great movie. Fun movie. You know, next week we're going to talk about Little Giants.
Ah, yes, another good movie.
Another classic.
Not as raunchy as Major League.
So I'm going to cover some things in history, and then I got some things I wanted to talk. Well, first I'll talk about those. So Cyborg left UFC, signed with Bellator. I'm sure you saw that.
Don't care.
Think she'll do anything?
Nope, don't care. She wasn't that good in the UFC. She was overhyped and too old. Just true.
How old is she? Do we even know?
Probably mid-30s, I would guess.
You're probably right. Did you know Michigan was the first state to ban flavored e-cigarettes, getting rid of vaping?
No.
Goff's contract, 4 years, $134 million extension.
Yep.
110 of which is guaranteed.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of money.
The highest paid quarterback in the NFL right now.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Certainly is.
I'm trying to get through some of this stuff so I can...
Yeah, just get through the news and notes.
How about Taco Bell? Getting rid of the Cool Ranch Dorito Locos Tacos, Fiery Doritos Tacos, Chips and Salsa, Double Tostada, Power Menu Burrito, Beefy Mini Quesadilla, Double XL Grilled Stuffed Burrito, Chipotle Chicken Loaded Griller, and the one that pisses me off the most, the Double Decker Taco.
Yeah, no, nothing in there. I was never a double-decker taco fan, so they got rid of nothing I didn't enjoy. I don't know if you saw what they're putting in, the cheddar crunchy chalupa, or cheddar toasted chalupa, something like that. Something wild.
I did not
coming
see
up
that.
like next week, I think. Yeah. So that's gonna be pretty crazy. It reminded me, remember their grilled chicken taco they had?
Yes.
It was chicken on the outside. This is what it looks like, but it's a chalupa shell, but it's cheddar cheese. Toasted.
Here's a good meme I saw. Please stop calling me cracker. The correct term is saltine American. Fantastic.
Eh.
Michael Myers taught me a valuable life lesson. Don't worry about how fast everyone around you is moving. If you're determined just to move at your own pace, and you'll kill shit every time.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if they're teenagers.
Yeah.
Or
All right.
Well, not Jamie Lee Curtis. You can't kill her.
And then this is the last one. I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Kobe has the ball. I don't know if you saw this. You need to stop for your life. Which defender are you taking? I'll give you the list. Pippen, Jordan, Gary Payton, Dwayne Wade, Ben Wallace, Kawhi Leonard, Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green, LeBron James, Kevin Garnett.
Guard one-on-one outside Kawhi Leonard. If he's driving to the hole, Dennis Rodman.
And I had similar. I was just going to go Kawhi all the way, but that makes complete sense with Rodman. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, give me two there because Kobe runs ISO a lot, so...
There we go.
Obviously, Rodman isn't going to take him up top of the key. He's going to drive by him. But if Kobe's coming to the lane and Rodman's there, yeah, Rodman's stopping.
There we go. All right. So going on this day in history, 1934, Australian cricket super batsman Don Bradman scores 149, not out in just 104 minutes. 17 fours, 4 sixes in drawn tour match versus England. 11 at Folkestone.
Deece?
1950, NASCAR's first paved superspeedway, Darlington Raceway, hosts Southern 500, first 500-mile event in NASCAR history. Winner, Johnny Mance in Plymouth.
By the way, since we were just down in the southern part and we had some of this, it was now not the Southern 500, it's the Bojangles 500. Did it make you crave Bojangles?
No.
Not me either. Because I didn't watch.
What did we say? What was the episode a few ago? Raiders of Bojangles. You weren't here for that. All right, 1988. Mike Tyson crashes a silver BMW into a tree near Catskills, New York. Fantastic. The 1988 relocated Phoenix Cardinals play first regular season NFL game, lose 21-14 versus the Bengals at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati. 1991, MLB Statistical Accuracy Committee votes to drop asterisks next to Roger Maris's 1961 home run record of 61 and determine an official no-hitter must go at least 9 innings.
Okay.
All right. 1993, Penn State University plays its first football game in the Big Ten, beating Minnesota 38-20. NFL record 94, Miami quarterback Dan Marino throws 5 touchdown passes in Dolphins' 39-35 win over New England. Sets NFL record with his 18th game of 4 or more touchdowns.
Probably wish they have Dan Marino back now.
I can agree to that. All right. 2006, Tiger Woods matches the lowest final round of his career, 8 under 63 at the Deutsche Bank Championship at Norton, Massachusetts, to win for the 5th straight time and 7th time this PGA Tour season.
Yes.
Beastly. And in 2018, Kaepernick, who kneeled during the national anthem, is the new face of Nike's 30th anniversary advertising campaign.
Still doesn't have a job in the NFL.
He does not. So, happy birthday today. This is a big one. 70th birthday, Tom Watson.
Good for Tom. 5-time major winner, I think.
8-time major
Eight-time
winner.
major winner.
5 times at the British.
That's where I got the 5. Happy birthday, Thom.
And that's all the birthdays we're going to talk about.
Nothing.
And nothing of interest. Nothing really of interest anywhere else either. I'm good with that. Any weddings on this day? Bjorn Borg. I feel like he got married on another day we hosted the show.
Bjorn Borg's probably got married a couple times.
All right. So we can go back to the beginning and thank Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Work Clothing, first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you to Sean, Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Call him 419-704-5471. Does not serves the Toledo and surrounding area and not Juba, Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
And the Guns and Swords. Thank you to Tim at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, Steve at Savage and Associates, and last plug, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Boom.
Check them out. Check the website. They've got good things going on there. Good dating coach. If you're scared, if you're worried, give him a call. Reach out to him on the website. He will give you a free consultation. See if it's right for you. Again, datingtransformation.com.
Boom.
And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Go Cowboys.